So why should you go for a C-Class? Don't go for an E-Class. This is the Mercedes E-Class, a model bookended by the company car favourite C-Class and the, yes my lady, S-Class. And this is actually the estate version of the E-Class. So if you're after a comfortable motorway cruiser that's also got ample practicality and can occasionally be used as a taxi, then this may be the Merc for you. Now, if you've been looking at an E-Class estate, then you'll have no doubt come across its BMW, Audi and Volvo estate rivals, all of which are high-end luxury cars. So why should you go for an E-Class? So this is a pretty special interior, especially with this AMG line trim and some of the optional extras we've got. So as soon as you jump in, you're hit by these huge 12.3-inch displays, one in the usual infotainment location and an optional screen right behind the steering wheel. And these are great. I mean, they give you sort of an infinity effect right across, and they give you everything from sat-nav directions to fuel economy info. And you know what? For a luxury German car, this optional screen only costs like £500, which I think is pretty good value for money. But there's other things too. You get these quad air vents that stand proud in the centre. You get this classy analog clock. You get touch-sensitive controls on the steering wheel, these lovely figure-hugging leather seats, and more ambient lighting than a UFO. I mean, there's 64 different colours to choose from. Mercedes' popular navigation toggles are a bit easier to get your head around in the E-Class too, certainly easier than the GLC Coupe that I drove recently. And in terms of kit like DAB and Bluetooth, well, yeah, the E-Class has got all that. And it's actually got some decent storage compartments as well. You got a large cubby here in the centre, you've got this little pop-up thing here with 2 cup holders and a space for your keys or your wallet. You've got good sized door bins and this really big glove box. Now, if you want some additional safety kit, you can go for the optional Driving Assistance Plus package that we've got, and you get the likes of evasive steering, blind spot assist, lane keep assist, and something called Drive Pilot. But I'll show you what Drive Pilot is in a bit. We've also got the Premium Plus package as well, which has these ultra cool multi-beam LED headlights. So as well as an adaptive and cornering function, they also have 84 individually controlled LEDs. Very nice. So, it may not be an S-Class, but space back here is limousine-esque. I mean, there's loads of legroom, there's tons of headroom, and if you want, you can get comfortable with this armrest and the armrest on the door, and you've got storage in there and 2 cup holders. And if you want to add a bit of extra pizzazz, you can put in this panoramic sunroof. And yeah, I've been driven around in this E-Class during the week, and you feel like you're being chauffeured around. Look at the road, not me. Now, the E-Class saloon already has a big boot, and thankfully, the E-Class estate follows suit with 640 litres with the seats in place and 1,820 litres with the seats down. You can fold them down really easily as well, just by pulling the little switch here. Now, that makes it bigger than its BMW and its Audi rivals, and it's just really easy to access this boot. I mean, it's nice and wide, you've got a really low lip, and this parcel shelf is actually integrated into the boot opening, so when you open and close the boot, this parcel shelf will move out your way. See? So I said I'd tell you what Drive Pilot was, so here it is. The car drives itself. I mean, it's semi-autonomous. It controls the steering. It works particularly good on the motorway, and it controls the throttle and the brakes if, say, a lorry slows down in front of you. But yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, you can even change lanes. Watch this. Telling me that a lorry was turning off. But yeah, it's really good. I mean, I wouldn't use it on a daily basis, but it actually comes in quite useful if, I mean, like me, you've had a bit of a cold recently and you need an extra pair of hands to blow your nose. Anyway, when it comes to luxury in German cars, Mercedes doesn't kid itself when it comes to dynamics. I mean, the steering is, well, it's sharp enough, but it's nothing special. I mean, it can't match BMW for sportiness. But it doesn't have to, really, because that's not Mercedes' USP. Mercedes' specialty is comfort. and it does it well. It does it really well. I don't really know where to start. I mean, the seating position, spot on. There's a plethora of adjustments in the seat if need be. Its ride attacks bumps and silences them instantly thanks to Mercedes air body control air suspension. That also comes with a multitude of driving modes that adjust the steering and the throttle input. And generally, refinement all round is brilliant. I mean, road noise, tyre noise, yeah, you don't hear much of it even at motorway speeds. And that brings me on to the diesel, because we haven't got the popular 220 diesel, we've got the 350 3-litre V6. And it makes the E-Class a bit of a sleeper, but for all the right reasons. I mean, plod along like I am now, come up to a roundabout, come up to a junction, it'll give you plenty of pull coming out, fine, feels like a mid-range diesel. But then get on a straight bit of road and feed in the accelerator, and it can really go. I mean, especially with the heightened responsiveness of Sport or Sport Plus mode. It rifles through the gears thanks to its 9-speed automatic gearbox, and okay, its twin turbo setup means you do get a smidge of turbo lag, but 620 Newton meters of torque, a 0 to 62 time of just 6 seconds flat. I mean, that's insane. This car's nearly 5 meters long and weighs almost 2 tons, and it's actually surprisingly quiet as well. It sounds more like a petrol. Okay, so the 220D 2-litre diesel that can hit 60 miles per gallon probably makes a bit more sense. It'll probably cost you around £10,000 less as well. But the V6 is good for those people who want the best of both worlds, and Mercedes' air suspension does facilitate that from a ride point of view too. But it's not just about choosing different engines, options and trims, because Mercedes, Audis and BMWs all feel different to each other. They're a slightly different breed. What I mean is, you're either sold on the calm and relaxing character of a Merc, or you're not. Same goes for Beamers and Audis, and I suppose the closest comparison to this car is a Volvo V90 in fact. Of course, being able to afford a Merc does help. I mean, we've got about £9,000 worth of options in this one, and the grand total is about £59,000. So if you'd like to watch a video of one of the Mercedes E-Class's rivals, then click on the top of the screen. If you'd like to browse prices for an E-Class, click on the bottom left link, and of course, if you haven't subscribed already, then what are you waiting for? That's it, isn't it? It's the end.